Hey there everyone, Erron Spalsbury here at 3xLOGIC. Today I'm going to be walking you through how to perform a smart search inside of our VIGIL Client software. Now you may notice I've gone ahead and connected to my server here off to the left, but in this case I want to do playback from recorded footage, so I'm going to come up here to the top and I'm going to click the search button. This is what opens up our primary search window here. Now we do have our from and to search criteria. You can use the drop down for the calendar here if you'd like to, or even just simply come in here and manually punch in whatever numbers that you're looking for. It will default just simply over to the last hour worth of time. Again, you can manually adjust this with the up and down arrows or manually type it in, or even use some of these nice little drop downs that we have here for, let's say, the last 2 hours, 4 hours, etc. Now it will search all of the servers you're currently connected to, as well as the default being all of the cameras that you have permissions to be able to see on this particular DVR. But you can come down here and choose whichever ones that you want. If you said, hey, I want to search just a couple, I could, or in this case, I want to search all of my cameras, so I'll leave it set to all. Once you have your date and time and your camera selection punched in here, go ahead and hit the search button at the top of the screen. This is what will bring back all of our visual representation to what the cameras have recorded inside the system. And in fact, this is a timeline that you see here. This is my start time all the way over, of course, to my end time. But these color-coded bars that you see here actually do mean something. Green means it's recorded continuously. Blue means it's recorded based off of motion, whereas red is going to be some type of an alarm. Now that can be anything in our system, from a video analytic to a motion alarm to a physical input, but of course that's going to be determined at the time of installation. Now you can hover over any one of these little timeline bars here to see what was going on at that moment in time, which is really nice. Gives you kind of a nice little preview to see what was going on inside of there. But let's say, for instance, I do want to jump back in here and actually look at one of these cameras. I'll go ahead and select the one that's actually looking at our lobby here. Now, I can come in here and do playback. I can fast forward. I can rewind. I can even come down here on the bottom and use the same thing for timeline and see when people were coming through the lobby or what have you, whatever was recording here based off of motion, again, because it's blue, right? Now, if I wanted to know only when someone came through the front door, or perhaps sat in this chair over here, rather than fast forwarding and staring at the screen and hoping that I'm going to see it, or even using the thumbnails across the bottom there, I'm going to use Smart Search. Come over here off to the right side of the screen, and I'm going to click on this little icon that looks like a pair of sunglasses. When I do that, it opens this little window here at the bottom of the screen. And I like to get this just kind of up and out of the way, just so it's not, impeding what I'm seeing here on the footage. From here, all I have to do is draw on the screen. So I want to know, has anybody come across this front area? Or maybe has anyone walked through the door here off to the right? Or has anyone sat in this chair over here off to the left? You can draw as many of these on the screen that you want. Once you have those areas designated, go back to this little window and click the search button. The software now proactively goes through all of your footage and brings back only results that happened in those areas. And in fact, if I click the button right here that says show mask, it'll show me that he actually walked right through that area and obviously took me right to it. I'll go ahead and close the smart search window here. I do have my playback controls down here at the bottom. And of course, now if we watch this, it's going to only show us the movement that transpired in those areas and those areas only. Why is this a benefit? Well, in today's world, we have such large cameras that may be looking at, let's say, hundreds of cars in a parking lot, but yet someone may have backed into one. Well, it allows you to go back to a moment in time before it happened and only see motion that happened over a very large area, whether it be a car that was backed into, a door that was breached, something that was removed from a shelf or from a desk. It just simply simplifies the way that we can do searches nowadays. But guys, I just want to cover this topic quickly with you all. I really appreciate you watching. We'll see you guys on the next video.